DJI Osmo Pocket 3 video mode. Test 1, 2, 3. DJI Osmo Pocket 3 low light mode. Test 1, 2, 3. DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro video mode. Test 1, 2, 3. DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro Super Night mode. Test 1, 2, 3. DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro Auto video mode. Test 1, 2, 3. And finally, DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro Super Night Auto mode. Test 1, 2, 3. DJI has come a long way. They immediately released 2 firmwares for us. And they didn't really say what they did in firmware v01.05.20. They just said they fixed minor bugs and issues. Well, I'm walking with both the Action 5 Pro and the Pocket 3. You can see how both of them are doing. One may be a little darker than the other because you have to adjust for electronic image stabilization versus mechanical image stabilization. As I was saying, DJI can release firmware when they want. And they're not releasing firmware for the Pocket 3 lately. They basically did with the DJI Mic 2, which is not on, where they took the pop-ups away in the Action 5 Pro. They don't want to do it for the Pocket 3 for the reasons of you only got one screen. Now, how is this? I don't know if I'm adjusted correctly because I can't see. There I go. Much better. Now I can see my head. I've adjusted the Action 5 Pro to match the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and lighting. I changed the shutter speed to 1/30th of what's allowed. And that gives a bright shot. I'm not moving, so I could do a lot of moving here because we're stationary. Now, the Pocket 3 won't get the update because not many people requested. It's just DJI wants to please more people than the Action 5 Pro. That's my guess. 50th of 3,200 versus 100 of 12,600, something like that. Why cannot the Action 5 Pro and the Action 4 go down to 50th in ISO? I don't know. Is it a different camera altogether? I guess so in DJ's eyes. But I want to talk about, we got failure. Subject tracking won't work on the Action 5 Pro, but face tracking works on, you got it, in low light. Well, maybe we'll go into a different area and try again. All right, we have face tracking and subject tracking. This time I set it up to 16:9. A little confusing when 9:16 is at the end. 16:9 comes first. Now, with the DJI Pocket 3, you don't have to level the camera. It's got a gimbal. With the Action 5 Pro, I don't know if I'm allowed to do horizon balance to be leveled if I have subject tracking. You should be able to, but I don't think you're allowed to for the reasons of it doesn't have what the Pocket 3 has, I guess, mechanical stuff. So yeah, I'm looking over here. I don't know what it is. I thought it was an airing or something. And I can only go so far before I go off screen, then it stops. And that's the same thing with the, you got it, the Pocket 3. And that would be the only reason why I would want to get a Pocket 4 in the future, but I don't think so. Maybe they'll do wirelessly spinning around. As much as I use my Pocket 3, yeah. Action 5 Pro doesn't have, when you switch screens to different modes for the front, it stays as a camera, live feed. It doesn't show you what you're switching to. But I guess you can do it when you use the front screen. And I hardly ever get off the front screen. It's locked. Good thing is, when I get my hands in the back on the screen, sometimes it changes all over the place. But the front screen doesn't do that because it's always locked. I'm finishing off my videos with the Action 5 Pro because that's the camera I use most. And I use my Pocket 3 when I do reviews, so I could, maybe keep it on face tracking. And when I get off screen, not off screen, it follows me. The Action 5 Pro be off screen. But the Action 5 Pro does a great job. It really does. Got to give it time. That's all I can say. Once you dial in your settings, save them as customs, what you like. I like it to be a little darker, smoother for me. So I'm on video mode right now. I think lowering down the shutter speed to 1/30th may have done the job for me. But people say you cannot have it lower than 1/100th for the reasons of jitter. So am I jittering while I'm walking? Can I improve my video with higher shutter speed that makes it a little darker? I increased my shutter speed, but I can't increase my ISO off of 100 unless I go to manual, then everything goes dark. I also increased my EV value up so it could give me some brightness on me. I don't know if I look good or not. And I think I'm on 1/400th through 1/8000. And I just lowered down my EV to -3 this time and brought it back to 1/200 through 1/8000, leaving my ISO at the maximum amount. And now you're able to see me walking, hopefully nice and comfortable. I'm finishing off in Super Night. I'm in 1/100th through 8000 rather than 1/200 because that makes it darker as I go. So this way you at least get to see what I'm doing. I did a little test with the Pocket 3 at the beginning, and I did a little test at the park. And that's for me, my personal looking online. Now, I didn't do 10-bit with the Pocket 3. It did 8-bit. I should change it to 10-bit the next time and give it a shot. I'm happy with the bit rate I shoot with. I'm happy with the color bit rate and high bit rate I shoot with now. I don't need it to be perfect at the highest levels. Doesn't really do much when you're limited of loading up to YouTube. But if you're using it for other means, then by all means, it will work out great for you. But YouTube, no matter how high you go, you're still going to get a good video. I think I'm going to edit this on Magix Movie Edit Pro 2023. And that did a great job. And use a high bit rate render. And on that note, I'm Fish. I thank you for your time and coming along and sharing my story to you so you could get an idea what it's all about. Thank you for viewing.